Alrighty guys, welcome back to my weekly budget reviews. Like I said in the previous review, I was we got life just got a little hectic there in May. So we are back filming. So if I believe correctly, this weekly review should be for the week of June 9th through the 16th. The best part is I've already filmed this, and like I said, it's been so hectic, guys, that yeah, I deleted it, so we are refilming. Trying to stay sane here. Okay, so for those of you who are new again, I picked the Hemlock and Oak 2024 Daily Planner. This planner is absolutely gorgeous, guys. I love it. It's well built. You could definitely tell when it was designed that it was designed with intention. I do leave a link in the product, or yeah, in the description down below, I believe. Sorry guys, it's the summer months. I have lack of sleep. We'll be going through all that in this anyways, but yeah. Welcome to my budget review. Okay, so let's get into reviewing to see what happened here. So they start you off with a year at a glance page. I like turning this into my oh, what do I call it? Like a dashboard, I guess. All of the paychecks, pay periods are in green. Birthdays, holidays are highlighted with purple. I almost didn't know my colors. Wow, Sally, wow. Okay, so the focus account, because I am on a debt payoff journey, they are listed in red, and when I do pay them off, it is checked off on the mini calendar as red as well. This way I can check and see my progress here. And like I've said from the beginning, the very first videos here, this page starts off looking really boring, and you start to learn a lot from it as the months proceed. And just as I can just even look at this right now, my debt payoff journey is not going well. I've only paid one account. We are halfway through the year. This is not good. But we can see that the credit score has went up. I'm not quite sure how, guys. I really wish I understood how this thing was calculated. But the credit score is going up, but I am not paying off the accounts as quickly as I thought I would be able to. Of course, I include large amounts of money in and out, so out would be taxes, so I did get those paid. I do have the insurance funds that come twice a year, so those already made it through and were processed. And another set of expenses that I do include on this page would be the vehicle expenses. So those are like your car inspections, registration plate renewals, driver's license renewals, things like that that come up yearly or maybe every 4 years with the driver's license. It's just a way of keeping track of that so that you could see it ahead of schedule. So that's how I'm using this, and yes, it takes literally 30 days for my credit score to get renewed. So I'm kind of curious to see what June's is. It's seriously, I still don't understand how this thing is going up, but I'm kind of curious to see what happened there. So hopefully by the end of this week, because like I said, I am back filming, so 4th of July was yesterday, so I should have that new score by the end of this week, so we'll get to see what happened in June there. I did insert some pages in here just because I was curious to see how much I do spend for each of these holidays, which I didn't even fill this one out, and I would need snacks. I did get snacks for this, And now you're about to see why I use the pencil lines here. We did not go to any events, so this one's going to be real easy to do here, which I mean, I'll do that later or as we go on. But this is just to give me a quick estimate of how much I spend per holiday, and then that way next year I'll have a better insight into what I'm actually spending instead of guessing. Last year's daily planner did come with a 2 years at a glance page. Again, this is a set of pages that I normally would have just overlooked, but this planner is just so freaking gorgeous, guys. I wanted to use every page of it. So what I decided to do with this was to take the information from this debit.com or the debt payoff planner app. These are the projected payoff dates for each of my credit cards. And what I did is, if a card was projected to be paid off by a certain month, like Cap Q, he was projected to be paid off by the end of March. I just wrote it at the end of each of the months. So this was my projected payoff date. It still could be. I just got to literally get a fire under my ass, guys, and I think I finally got that today. Took a while, but I took it one step further, and I listed the account that I was focusing on or paying off at the time, since I am doing the snowball method. I wrote that account on the side, and then I just highlighted the weeks as I was paying it off, just to see how long it takes me to pay each account off. Last year's set of pages was a lot more exciting than this year's. I believe by this time last year I had like 4 or 5 accounts paid off. So again, like, this is giving me that quick visual insight as, where I know, like, something is clearly wrong. It's clearly wrong. I am not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And it's kind of like that little red flashing light of like, hey, you should probably look through your stuff, because we ain't meeting these little milestones here. So that's how I'm incorporating these pages, and it's why I felt the need to print them off and insert them into the planner. Kind of hoping that next year's planner has these in it already. Not quite sure why we removed them, but that's why I put them in there. These are like, for like mini savings accounts, they would be the needs versus the wants in that. And I feel like I've went through this enough in the previous videos that, like, I'm not really gonna waste my time going through this again. I do feel like I've gotten better at understanding the difference between the needs and the wants, where I used to think that the wants were needs, but it's like, no, you just want them because you could survive without them. It's just nice to have them. So yeah, these are from the debtfreecharts.com. Heidi Nash makes some really cool coloring charts and that. So, I don't know. I saw the Hungry Pickos and I was like, these are just too cute. So I added them in, and like I said, I am not making the progress that I should be. And I really do, like, I had an idea as to why, but I'm really, hold on, guys, I gotta move my chair here. Yeah, I'm pretty clear as to why we are not making the progress we are this year. So, granted, that's probably gonna come in like other weekly reviews, but yeah. We got the clear picture of it now. Okay, so another one of those little coloring sheets that I included was the paying off the car loan. So again, like, when I originally got this loan, I really did not think it was going to take me this long. Again, this is another one of those, like, where you're making purchases and you're like, oh, it's only X amount of dollars. That's not a lot, and I can pay that off in blah, blah, blah amount of months. And, yeah, and then you end up with, credit card debt like I do. See all these? And again, this is not bad, guys. You should go back to last year's, very first review. That would be the 2023 budget review pilot. This is not bad. it actually was worse than this. So with that, I am making progress. But again, back to this. It really never occurred to me that it was going to take me this long to pay off for a piece of poo car. And if I would have just been focused and made additional payments on this to begin with, I wouldn't be here talking about it. So, it has very low interest, so I figure I've wrote it out this long. I'm focusing on the accounts that have higher interest, and it will just get paid off when it becomes its time to focus on it. Of course, I included the house deposit future goals, but right now I'm focusing on the present. I did actually retape this. I can't remember if I did that. I think that's what the last one was, that like I got so excited that I like pre-recorded it, and of course I deleted it. So yes, I did actually take the time out to retape this, and tape record the review, and then I deleted it. Good old summer shifts. So, this is round 2 of Tetris. Again, we had the first round last year, and these are the accounts that I have remaining that need to be paid off. They are listed from the smallest to the largest account, because again, I chose the snowball method. We did really good with CapQ, guys. We got that paid. It was doing great. And then I thought for sure that I would have had Chase paid off in May. I should have had Chase paid off in May. Yeah, according to this video, we're like rolling into June. I can tell you right now, we have made it to July. It is not paid off. It's not. We're close. We're very, very close. But we've made some bad decisions along the way. So yeah, so I mean, we did pass level 1, so I mean that's something going for us. But you know, I would like to be a little bit farther ahead. But that's where we are. At the end of the month, I do total up how much I paid towards my debts. It just makes it easier when you're filling in the whole Tetris thing. And this year, again, I did start coloring in the blocks as I go, just because I did find it, at least in the beginning part, yeah, May and June pretty much speak for themselves here, but I did find it more motivational to know, like, if I was like 5, 10, even $50 away from getting another block, it would motivate me to buy that block by paying more towards my debts. So, let's see here. We're not even going to take a break, guys. We're gonna try to just get through this one. Okay, let's see here. We are 12 minutes in. Okay, so for the monthly layout here, I have, which I now know the word for it. So I got my fixed expenses and I got my variable expenses. The fixed expenses, yeah, somebody's been taking a budgeting class behind scenes. Um, so the fixed expenses are what I was calling my mandatory expenses. That's my rent, my health insurance, credit card payments, utilities, phone, car insurance, things like that. I've always highlighted them in what I call the first color for June, that's yellow, just because it's a friendly reminder to me of like, hey, these things are due on that day, they're about this much, you know, amount of money, and if you don't pay them, you will get a late fee, okay? We don't want late fees. We're already in debt. We don't need more. The other things I have in the optional colors, I was calling them my optionals, they're probably still not variables, now that I'm thinking about it, because variables are like groceries and stuff like that. So these, I guess I'm just going to keep up with the optional. These are things that are healthy for my budget, such as the extra payments that I'm supposed to be paying towards my debts, and the $5 a day savings goal, which for some stupid reason is the only way I could save money. And I know a lot of people ask, if you're so far into debt, why are you saving money? The answer is, and again, excuse me, guys, sucking a lot of air whenever I do this. The reason why I save while I'm paying off the debts is because, one, I like getting myself used to saving money. I like proving to myself that I can save money. That's another one. That's a confidence booster. And two, well, I guess three, the daily savings goal that I save for this year rolls over into my emergency funds for next year. And there's just something about me knowing that I need to save that $5 a day to make that goal. I won't touch the money. If I would just list it as a thousand, like let's say, because it's $1,830 by the end of this year. Let's say I just punched that in, into my little savings account thing and said, okay, you need 1,800. Forget the $30. I need 1,800 by the end of the year. For some reason, mentally, for me, if it did not say that it was that daily savings goal, I would have pulled from it. I don't know what I would have pulled from it, but I would have been like, oh, it's okay. You can put that money back anytime, which we now know, like, no, I can't because I'm overspending. But there is something about titling that goal that makes me not spend from it, which now guarantees that I'm going to have emergency funds for next year, because let's face it, they're going to happen. I don't know what they are. I don't even want to think about what they could be. Yeah, no. But those funds are there for that specific reason, so I don't have to pull from my checking account. Would it be nice if I had that 1,800 to pay towards my debts? Yes, but this is a way to build a life raft while also forcing myself in a way to struggle, I guess. Because it forces me to make sure that I'm using my resources to the best of my ability, which we can see in May and June. I am not doing, and I don't know why. It just finally like clicked. A little bit of disgusted with myself with this, but it is what it is. Nobody's perfect, and I guess the best thing is to stop doing it. Now we'll see if I do. Okay, so when I left Jins in the last filming, I would have been discussing that we would have been switching over to the summer shifts. Again, I am a night shift person. I work 2 to midnight. Now I am a day shift person, and we work 6 to 5 p.m. Big difference, okay? And everybody says, oh, you get used to it. No, you don't. No, at least I don't. I feel like it just gets worse. So yeah, the lack of sleep just builds up, and of course it's hot, and yeah, it's just, I don't know. I'm not a summer person, guys, and it's probably because of the swap. Of course, with the different types of shifts, and I mean, I'm going from working by myself, like, I'll be lucky if I see another human being if you have the right crew members. So you shouldn't see another human being between these times, and it's glorious if you're an introvert. Yeah, we moved to these shifts, and you are surrounded by people. There's people everywhere. There's people just yeah. Yeah, so it requires new things. Lots of iced coffee. Again, I just get my own cup and the cold brew, just because I can't, afford Starbucks every frickin' day if I'm trying to pay off debts, even though I'd love to. Of course, got burnt some litters and stuffs. But yeah, that's enough about summer. So yeah, first day of summer shift, and I'm paying all my bills, trying, because normally I forget about them, because like I said, lack of sleep. I really wake up, go to work, come home from work, eat, go to sleep. That's summer to me. And yeah, I was paying it, and I'm just like, what the heck? Like, I swear to God, my car insurance is going up. Yeah, which now, since I like write it down, yeah, it is. Back in January and February, it was 57. Now it's 61. And I just made myself a quick note of like, you may want to requote this, because maybe this is not the best deal that I could be getting for this. Tuesday, of course, was a bummer of a day. So yeah, back to the cards. Again, I'm trying not to use the credit cards just because I am paying them off. Like, why would you keep using them if you're paying them off? And yeah, this was me explaining like it's really easy to get sucked back into the convenience of using the cards. The explanation that, or at least the excuse that I give in my mind of like, I made this purchase and I charged it. So if I charge that, then let's go ahead and charge this new thing. And that kind of like does like a little rollerball down the hill of disaster. So what started me off was the Kohl's. I had to order new shorts, which of course was on the Kohl's card because I want the Kohl's cash, and that turned into me putting the groceries on the card, and of course I didn't pay it off because look at the balance that I got. So no, I literally overspent on groceries. I probably didn't need as many groceries as I got. I just stress spent because, I'm at work, I'm tired, and I was like, just get the groceries and go home because I don't want to think about it. So, yeah, that's a, start of the bad habit there. Um, Making it to Wednesday here, realized, oh crap, the balance is low to begin with. Now I got this stupid Canva charge. And at the time, I wasn't making videos. So, yeah, it was like, dude, why are you paying for Canva? Like, you don't need your video templates anymore, so you just put it on freeze. Which I didn't even know freezing was an option. I was just going on to cancel it. Um, but yeah, so I was able to freeze it. It would restart in October. But again, like at the time when I did this, I wasn't making videos. Like, why am I paying for this if I'm not making videos? I kind of wish I would have known this like back in May, but you know, is what it is. So paid that for the month, so I'm good till July 13th. So we'll see how many we could get done there. Um, Thursday, of course, lunch excess. Eating out during the day sucks. I'm sure most of you are day shift workers, and I'm sorry that you got to go through that every day. Like there is just lines of traffic. There's just again people everywhere. It's just what is this? There's just lines of cars on the road. There are people lined up in stores. The drive-throughs are lined up, and I don't know. Again, I'm tired and I'm hungry. And I swear to God, it just makes you cost more. And I think things cost more during the day. They don't, but I swear to God, they do. So that's another hurdle that I gotta get past. Because again, I'm used to spending like $3 or less a day for eating out. And I mean, I've already got like 3 days worth in one day. Oh, yeah, guys, can you tell I like summer? And yeah, so no, Friday again, the first day off for the week. We only got to work 4 of the evil shifts. And so Friday I get a chance to like kind of sit back and be like, okay, like what's going on here? Get like a little quick reflection time. And it's like, dude, save those funds, don't spend them. Could I use the insurance funds that I get to pay off debts? Yes. Um, but what I like to do with them is I put them back, and again, I relabel them as rent funds. And this way, I have my rent covered for 6 months. Again, yeah, I could use it to cover the debts, but like, what good's it gonna do me? Like, it's to me like okay, yeah, we're looking at 1700. So yeah, I would be able to get the PPBC paid off. He'd be paid off in full. I would be starting on Merrick, but it's really gonna only save me let's see how bad my math is here. So that would be a 7, that's an 8. So what is that, $240 a month? That is more than what my rent is per month. No, that's less. That's less. Yeah. Okay. So the only way that I'm willing to give up those funds is when I can do that and it saves me more per month than what I'm saving for. I hope that makes sense. I really don't even know if I'm making sense right now, guys. But to me, I'd rather have those funds back knowing that that is covered and I don't have to worry about it, which then gives me the additional funds to try to wrestle this. um, yeah. Yeah, so I mean that's really what was going on this day. Of course, yeah, we could see the dots are back, so that means I was using the cards. A big shopping day here. Um, I bought more stuff for the gym. This is the home gym, so I bought more weights and stuff. Even though I do have a gym membership, with these shifts, guys, when it was night shift, yeah, I could swing on over to the gym after work, and it was like, yeah, I'm gonna go work out, which it actually, made sense. Um, with these shifts, one, I have to, we carpool, so I have to take Ray home. Um, but no, I'm not in the mood to go to the gym after this again. I'm tired, and I really don't even have time to go to the gym because like I need to go home and eat and go to bed so I can wake up and do it again. Oddly enough, the time that I do have time to work out is 3 a.m. I am not going to the gym at 3 a.m. I will do that at home. So yes, yeah, that's my mental excuse for that. I got suckered into the candles again. Oh, those candles are gonna be the death of me. And yeah, so we charged those, but I got the Pops, his Father's Day stuff, and it looks like everything else was covered. Yeah, so Saturday, this is when I'm starting to say, like, look, we are overspending. Like, dude, I can't even deny it. Like, it's clear. It's so freaking clear. So I just did like a quick estimate from like June 1st up until June 15th. Normally I do a mid-month review of like how much I made and how much I spent. This one I just wanted to focus on the overspending. And yeah, it turns out that so far in the last 15 days, I've spent $162 on candles, 154 on my hair, and 52 for each clothes in gym. These are categories, with the exception of the candles. I will always buy the candles, so I gotta start a savings account for these things or something. But I can't do that if I keep overspending. These are categories that you normally will not see in my planner. I normally don't spend on these, and yeah, no wonder why my funds have been this tight for this month. I've overspent $421 just by the half month. That even exceeds what I would have been spending on my extra payments. So that right there just kind of like disgusts me. Like, why did you do this? Yeah, I could have paid this card off, guys. I could have paid this card off with that. But I do love those candles, so joys of being an emotional spender. So yeah, that's my Saturday insight there. But I did cover some groceries that I made on the card before. So just in case if you were wondering, when you do see the dots, um, if I do put it on the card, like I don't know if you can see it, but the morals were on a card, but I did pay it that day, so it got a dash because it was transacted out. Where the groceries were put on the card and they were not paid that day, so that's why they got a check mark because I'm showing like, you know, we paid it on this day. So it is still coming out of the bank account, just not on the day that it should be, because I'm trying to train myself, if I am going to be using the cards, that the only way I can use them is if I do have the funds already available in the bank, which, as we can see, I did not. So, we're going to end with Sunday, June 16th. Again, I'm questioning, why do I do this? Basically, I'm a sucker for summer sales. That's another thing that I'm learning. It's literally the same prices as what you see in the winter. I feel like I'm more vulnerable to the emails and the text in the summer. Uh, at this point in time, I wasn't sure why, so this is where I started questioning it. I was like, okay, so do I have more stress? Is it the lack of sleep? Is it boredom? Because again, I really can't do what I'm used to doing because I don't have the time to do what I need to do, and what I'm catching myself doing is see here late at night whenever I'm supposed to be going to bed. Yes, guys, I gotta go to bed at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. to wake up. But it's like my mind doesn't want to stop and I don't want to go to bed like a 3-year-old toddler, and I start scrolling. And that, again, is very bad if you're an emotional spender, because they always have this, for a limited time only, you could get this or you could get that. And it's the same price. It's the same freaking price all year round. I know that. But that's what I'm wondering. I'm thinking it's more or less boredom. I'm bored. So, yeah, I bought myself new undies. Still have not paid them things off. I should probably look at that. But I did get the shorts paid off that I purchased, like a week ago. So what's happening is it's like a diddly concoction here. I am overspending on wants, such as shorts, undies, candles, hair care, things that I don't need to survive. And I'm not overspending by a little bit. I am overspending by a lot, guys. We're going back to like really old habits here, and I'm not liking this. The next thing that is hurting it, which is adding on to this diddly concoction here, is I am like really overspending. And at the same time, I'm overspending to an amount of where even if I would wait for the next payday, I can't keep up with it, and it is starting to hurt my ability to pay down these debts. And again, you're making more debts, and you don't want to make more debts when you have this amount of debt. So, this, fortunately, is when I started to not. I don't want to say become aware of it. Like, I was aware of it, but I wasn't taking it seriously. This is the week where I realized, like, oh, dude, we got to do something about this. But like I said, we're in those stupid summer shifts where I can't really focus on what I'm doing. So, yeah. We're gonna get into that in the next week's budget review, cause it keeps going, guys. It keeps going, but like I said, I'm already in July and I'm feeling a lot better about what's going on. So I can't wait to share that with you. It still bothers me to look back at this though, but I believe that this is a good place to just finish off here. This is this week's budget review here. And again, guys, I want to close out by saying thank you so much for watching. I do greatly appreciate it. I love the comments and everything and the feedback. And if you want to see more of my budget reviews, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. And I'll see you for the next review.